Hello everyone, welcome to Being a Best Teacher YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to do meaning of language and characteristics of language from the subject Pedagogy of English. Maybe you can find these topics in some other subject also, but basically I'm doing it for Pedagogy of English. If you want the notes of this particular subject or any other subject, you can contact me on WhatsApp on the given number, and if you want the classes of any of the subjects of B.Ed, you can contact us on the given number. So let's begin with today's class. First of all, we need to understand that what is the meaning of language. See, language is the basic structure by which we communicate, right? And without communication, living beings cannot survive. Who living beings? That are humans, that we all cannot survive without communication, because we need to exchange our thoughts, our ideas, and our feelings to another person, and for that we need a certain type of language. If you will see throughout the world, there are many languages. India is a cultural diverse country, and many of the languages you can find in different corners of India, right? So basically, talking about language, language is a structured system of communication, and it is very essential for human beings for their survival. Language, in a broader sense, is the method of communication through which we communicate from one person to another, right? That involves the use of particularly human languages. There are different languages like Hindi, English, German, Persian, Sanskrit, etc. Okay, let's come to some etymological meaning of language. Derived from Latin word which is lingua, which means tongue, right? So derived from Latin word lingua, which means tongue. You can highlight this point the way I have underlined it. And the French term langue, okay, L-N-G-U-E, langue. Language is the entire complex of phenomena associated with human vocal and auditory communication of emotions and ideas. So here you can understand that various human vocal codes are there, and auditory communication of what we exchange basically our emotions to with one another, right? You exchange your ideas and thoughts as well, right? If I want to communicate with someone that what I'm feeling, so the medium which is required is a language, so that I can tell my emotions, my fear, my worriness, my happiness with any of the person. Okay, so this was about language. Now coming to English language. See, English is a West Germanic language first spoken in early medieval England, which eventually became the leading language of international discourse in today's world. So you can write from where it is originated, basically, right, in the early medieval England. And now it is a very dominating language in whole world, and it is adopted as an international language as well. And many official work like UNESCO or like the meetings held of different countries. So all the discussions used to take place in English language only. That is why we are saying that it is an international language. To the definitions of language, here are three definitions that I have chosen for you. First is Oxford English Dictionary defines language as words and the methods of combining them for expression of thoughts, right? Like you choose some words. Why? When you want to express your thoughts to someone. That is this is defined by Oxford English Dictionary. Now, according to Ben Jonson, language most shows a man speak that I may see thee. Next is according to John Dewey, language exists only when it is listened to you as well as spoken. The hearer is indispensable partner. So here I have chosen only these three definitions. If you find any other like definition in your book, or you find from any of the source, you can definitely include it in your answer. Maximum you can include three definitions, and minimum you should include two definitions according to me. Okay, so we can say that definitions always add a spark to your answer, so don't miss it. Definitely add definitions in your answer. Now, coming to the characteristics of language. Like this, you can make a flow chart and write the characteristics of language. So, coming to the characteristics, let's discuss the first one. Languages of vehicles. Languages are vehicles to express ideas, thoughts, feelings, experiences, and emotions. So, these are several things, like if you want to exchange your ideas to someone, then you need language. If you want to express your thoughts to someone, then also you need language. So basically it is a vehicle, a carrier, right? Similarly with feelings, with sharing your experiences, with sharing your emotions, for everything you need language, right? Next is language is a God gift for humans. Definitely, like we do have language and we understand it, we speak it, we read it, we write it. So there are different skills of language. So this is gifted by God to all the humans, and we should be thankful for that. Language is a verbal communication. We definitely, as we speak it, we hear it, we know that it is a verbal communication, as well as written and non-verbal communication is also there, but language is basically a verbal communication. A language is called progressive if it has its past, present, and future, right? So, a progressive language definitely have these three. Next is language requires continuous practice, right? Like if you are not practicing a language perfectly, like for a time period, maybe after some time when you are going to learn it again, or you are going to speak it, then you may find some errors in it as well. A language is both art and science. It is an art and it is a science as well. Next is the language has four skills. What are they? That are LSRW: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Next is language is a system of acquired skills. There are different skills, as we have discussed these four, which are need to acquired, whatever the language, whichever language you are learning for that particular. Language is a system of phonetics, grammar, and vocabulary. If you want to have mastery of any particular language, definitely you need to learn the phonetics, grammar, and vocabulary of that particular language. Like if I will say that I am very good in Hindi because it is my mother tongue, so definitely phonetics, grammar, and vocabulary, I'm having a mastery in that particular language, that is Hindi. Next is language is a powerful tool. Definitely, we can share our feelings, thoughts, ideas with it. We can share our emotions. So definitely, it is a powerful tool. See, it is a say that whatever you speaks, you should think before speaking. Why? Because your words mean a lot, right? So you should, whenever you are speaking, you should think twice before speaking, right? Next is language as a system of systems. So there are certain grammatical systems that needs to be followed, and certain other systems that needs to be followed in language, and that particular systems also have subsystems. So that is why it is written here language as system of systems, right? Basically the rules and regulations that needs to be followed in a particular language. Next is English is an ideal language. Definitely, English is an ideal language because it is very popular and throughout the world, and also it is adopted as an international language, right? So these all are the characteristics of language, and in this particular way you can write it. If you want to add some examples to it, definitely you are free to do that. So, this was about our topic meaning of language and characteristics of language. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for me to improve, you can definitely drop them in the comment box. And if you want me to provide you lecture or notes on any other topic, you can definitely write that topic in the comment box. So that's it for this video. Hope to see you all in next video very soon. Thank you.